Don't stop podcasting because you feel you can't compete with big media podcasts. You can. Okay, maybe not on marketing dollars, maybe not on talent acquisition, but the only thing stopping you from competing on sound quality is you. Hello and welcome to another Podcast Pontifications with me, Evo Terra. Look, you can't change the fact that Conan O'Brien and other well-funded celebrities have come into the podcasting space. And I've got a secret for you here. They've been here for a long time. And they're going to stay. Why wouldn't they stay? This is a medium that people are flocking to. People are coming to podcasting more and more all the time to get great content. Big media companies make media, and they put it in the places where people are consuming those media dollars, those media impressions. To make dollars is their whole model. And yeah, they've got giant piles of cash they can throw at an awareness campaign to make sure that hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people, in fact, almost always millions of people, are exposed to these potential podcasts. They're able to grab the best and most recognizable names in the world to come and make podcasts. They're able to hire amazing writers and a gigantic team that is teeming with people. Like a dozen or more people can be thrown at this podcasting thing. And you, the indie podcaster, are thinking, well, I don't have any of that. I don't have a giant team of people. I don't have a name that is recognizable by the majority of households in this country or any country. I can't compete with the marketing dollars that are being spent to give my little show exposures. That's true. You cannot compete at that level. But one of the things that you might notice when you start listening to some of these really, really big shows is they all sound good. Not all, but the vast majority of them sound great. And that is one area that you can compete. Because, as my friend Tom Kelly stated so eloquently, indie podcast doesn't have to mean shitty podcasts. Now I have to bleep this out. It doesn't have to mean low quality sound. Look, you do not have to invest tens of thousands of dollars to have an amazing sound quality. You do not have to buy studio level software that puts you in the poorhouse. You don't have to do that. Now, maybe, just maybe, you will have to spend some money to improve your sound. But if you want to compete against big media, you're going to have to make some sort of an investment. It doesn't have to be an investment of tens of thousands of dollars. Heck, it doesn't have to be an investment of much more than $1,000. And if $1,000 seems out of your ballpark, I get it. But I'm not saying that's a number you have to spend right now. I am saying focus in, double down on your quality. No, you can't compete against marketing. No, you can't compete against the talent acquisition. But there is nothing stopping you, an individual person, an independent, from making amazing quality sound. Now, maybe you have your mind and your eyes set on doing something like the New York Times does with The Daily, or the Washington Post does with Post Reports, or the great stuff coming out of 20,000 Hertz, De Facto Sound. Those are big productions. Those are very big productions that do require a lot of, if not people, then people hours. That's going to be harder for you to compete on because it just takes a lot of time, and you, as an independent person, maybe you have to go do your regular day job. I get that. Maybe podcasting is your job, but you're just one particular person. You can't invest 125 hours of work putting out a daily episode. I get it. You can't do that. That is a very real statement. So don't even try. Don't even try to put out a daily show that requires that level of complexity. Reduce the frequency. Reduce the complexity. But whatever you do, do not reduce the quality. Make sure it sounds amazing every single time. With whatever you can do, with whatever tools you have at your disposal, make sure you're making amazing quality sound. I've heard it said before that your audience will forgive you if you try to reach for something that you really can't attain. And that's true to a limit. But if you're spending countless hours putting together a highly complex show and the quality of the sound sucks, you're wasting your time. You're just doing it wrong that way, to be really honest with you. So don't do it. Stay focused on the sound quality. That's the area that you can compete on. You want to know that when someone listens to the Conan O'Brien podcast and then listens to your podcast, that there's no difference in sound quality, and if anything, you want your sound quality to be better. You can do this. You, the individual, can do this. There isn't a magical thing you can buy for $50,000 that makes shows sound amazing. It's work. It's commitment to your craft. It's getting better. It's understanding every piece of equipment, every bit of software, the entire process soup to nuts. It is about becoming a student of that which we do and a fantastic storyteller. If you can do all of those things, then you can compete on quality. And anybody who's willing to invest the time and maybe a little bit of money can do it. So no, you may not be able to compete against marketing, talent acquisition, or other big spins. But damn it, you can compete on quality, even as an indie podcaster. When you're getting together with your podcasting friends, ask them how much time they spend on the quality. How much of a commitment do they have? The other thing you should be doing is be very honest with your friends. You say to them, that they say to you, hey, check out my show, tell me what you think. Tell them what you think. Be honest with them. If the quality needs to be improved, tell them that. They need to hear that. If you don't want to be the one to tell them, send them this episode of Podcast Pontifications where I will tell them that. It is incredibly important to make sure your sound quality is outstanding. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend to work on the sound because no, I don't put out new episodes on Friday. However, I shall be back on Monday with yet another Podcast Pontifications. Cheers!